Thank you for inviting me to give this presentation on incorporating HR analytics into our company. My name is Danica Manns, and today I'd like to share with you 3 ways that I think we can use analytics in order to drive performance and make sound business decisions. To begin, we'll define what is the purpose of HR analytics. HR analytics supplies leaders with frameworks in order to evaluate the implications of decisions regarding human capital, and it helps them make logical decisions based on the connections between human capital and organizational success. So what concepts do we want to evaluate using HR analytics? 3 of the top problems or challenges facing our organization today are employee engagement via absenteeism, the return on investment for our recruitment programs, and evaluating productivity and job value. The first challenge we're going to evaluate using HR analytics is absenteeism, which is the failure to report for work or remain at work as scheduled, regardless of the reason. It's economically draining to the organization, not only because of the cost paid to the employee who is absent, but because of the cost associated with replacing that employee. Cascio, Boudreaux, and Fink supply a thorough example of how to calculate employee absenteeism. Off to the left-hand side, we have the facts that we already know about our organization: our 2% absenteeism rate, 500 hours of absenteeism, the facts that employees are paid for their absent time and benefits are 35% of their salary, our breakdown of employees within the workforce, and the fact that 5 managers are affected by or involved in absenteeism challenges. The first thing we do is calculate the total hours lost. We multiply our absenteeism rate by the total number of employees multiplied by the number of hours of absenteeism. Here we get 5,000 hours. We then have to calculate the compensation paid for absent employees' time. We do this by utilizing the breakdown of employees within the workforce, and we multiply that by their wage. 10% times $30 for the management and professionals, 50% times $25 for the blue-collar workers, and 40% times $15 for the clerical workers. Here we get $3, $12.50, and $6, the sum of which is $21.50. Because employee benefit time is 35% of their salary, we multiply 35% times 21.5, and we get $7.52. We multiply this cost by the 5,000 hours that we calculated in the first step, which equals $37,625. The next step is calculating supervisory time involved with absenteeism. Here we get the total number of managers affected by or involved in absenteeism, 5, times the hours per day that they spend having to deal with the absenteeism challenges, 1, times the number of days, 100, which equals 500 hours. We then take the manager's wage, $40, and we add that to the cost of the benefit time for the manager having to deal with the absenteeism, which is $40 times 35%. Here we get the product is $54, and we multiply that times the number of hours that we calculated in the beginning of this step. That equals $27,000. In order to calculate the total absenteeism per employee, we add the $27,000 plus $37,625, and then we divide that by 50, the total number of employees. Here we get $1,292.50. What we can infer from these calculations is that any solution we utilize in order to combat employee absenteeism will have to be no more than $1,292.50 per employee. While return on investment is actually a common business practice, it doesn't just refer to the bottom line. Return on investment can help management determine the value of current benefit programs and determine whether those programs should be replaced. It can also help them determine whether an initial investment into a program will be worth the risks, and it's generally calculated as benefits divided by costs. For the purpose of this example, we'll take a look at our recruitment programs. In order to calculate return on investment, the first thing we do is calculate our costs, both actual and potential. Our potential is how many employees could quit times their turnover costs, and actual is how many did quit times their turnover costs. Potential is $500,000, while actual is $325,000. Our net benefit is going to be $500,000 minus $325,000, which is $175,000, which means our ROI is $175,000 divided by $325,000, which is about 53%. In order to evaluate how variations in our employees' job performance can affect the company financially, we're going to use the CREPID method. The CREPID method segments activities into categories and then ranks them by importance, and an employee's behavior is ranked on a scale, and for this purpose, a scale of 1 to 10. Here is a table that shows how we calculate the economic job value of one of our employees. The first thing we're going to do is segment all of the activities that the employee performs into principal acts. Here we have acts 1 through 4. The next thing we're going to do is denote the frequency with which we want to see these activities performed. Generally, it's on a scale from 0 to 7. Here we have 4.5, 3, 6, and 1. The next thing we're going to do is note the order of importance of which we want to see these activities. Here we have 3, 5, 2, and 7. The next thing we're going to do is rank our employees' performance. Generally, this is done on a scale of 0 to 200, but for the purpose of this example, it's been modified. We've ranked our employee with activity 1, a 1, activity 2, a 2, activity 3, 0.5, and activity 4, 1. We're then going to find the overall weight of the activities. We do that by taking the frequency and multiplying it by the importance. Here we have 13.5, 15, 12, and 7. We're then going to take the relative weight of each of those activities. The relative weight is going to be the overall weight of each activity divided by the sum of the overall weights. Here we have 28.4, 31.6, 25.3, and 14.7, and these will all be expressed as percentages. We're then going to assign a dollar value to each of these activities. We do this by multiplying the salary, which we've assumed is $55,000, times the relative weight of each of the activities. Here we have $15,632, $17,380, $13,915, and $8,085, and each of these is expressed in dollars. Finally, we're going to find the dollar value of each activity performance. We find this by multiplying the dollar value times the employee performance. Here we have $15,632, $34,760, $6,957.50, and $8,085. We add those totals up, and our overall economic job value is equal to $65,434.50. We compare this to the original salary of $55,000, and we can see that the variations in job performance actually increase the value of this job. Thanks to our HR analytic frameworks, we are able to propose solutions in order to solve the problems that our organization is facing. We can reduce employee absenteeism through benefit programs. We'll use the calculated value of absenteeism per employee in order to gauge what our budget should be. We can create or adapt programs that fit within that budget. Because our ROI is low, it has determined that our current recruitment method is not working. We should seek out or create a new method of recruitment and then evaluate the potential ROI of that program. The CREPID method has shown us that we need to utilize more programs that will increase employee engagement in order to obtain positive performance variations. This can be done through new or adapting existing training programs. Will increase productivity and increase positive performance variations. In conclusion, we can take away a few things from this presentation. HR Analytics provides hard facts and figures on which we can base operational decisions. Calculating employee absenteeism can help provide a baseline for determining whether benefit programs are worth a financial investment. Return on investment helps us evaluate whether current programs are financially beneficial or whether they should be replaced with a more cost-effective option. And calculating overall economic job value helps put a dollar value to the variations in performance. We can now make decisions to see if employee performances are bringing more value. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation about HR analytics and how we can incorporate it into our organization. Hopefully you found that the 3 frameworks suggested will provide useful information in order for us to put our organization in a better financial spot. Thank you.